Hello, today we are at the National Physical Laboratory and I'm talking to Dr Michael de Podesta about his work. Michael, what got you interested in science?
I don't know. At school I was good at it and I was good at maths. I had an interesting teacher. He didn't speak much, but he seemed to know everything, and it just seemed, well, that was it, that was enough. Just interesting courses, interesting teacher, able to do it.
We recently attended your series of lectures called Protons for Breakfast. What gave you the idea for doing these?
Okay, these are courses for adults, and I used to teach adults when I was a university lecturer, and there are lots of things for kids. As you know, you've got life really easy. Everybody wants to communicate to kids. Once you get older, there are some basic things, so maybe you didn't have a good time at school, or maybe you did an arty subject, and later in life you begin to think about science. You think about global warming, or whether mobile phones are hurting your brain, and you don't even know how to begin to decide the answers to those questions. So I wanted to give people some basic ideas to think about the world so they could make up their own minds. That was what made me want to do it, to talk to adults and give them basic, simple ideas so they could think for themselves.
You use a lot of funny songs in your lectures about science. How important is humour in getting people interested in science?
I think humour is very important in life in general. So I take the science very seriously. When I'm at work here, I take it very seriously, and communicating it, I take it very seriously. I put a lot of effort into exactly how each PowerPoint slide will go to another, what to miss, what to miss out, and what to put into every course, every lecture. And not just that, every course, every lecture, and every time we give the course, it changes just a little bit. Take it very seriously. But if you don't enjoy yourself as you're doing something seriously, there's a word called fun. Do you know that? So having fun, lots of people say, oh, it's great, we came along, we had fun. But part of having fun is that you sort of reflect afterwards that you had fun, but while you were doing it, you're taking it seriously. It's not like going to a comedy show. It's not laugh, 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 laugh. There's interesting things to do, interesting things to hear, and afterwards your brain has worked, you've had a laugh or two, and it feels okay. So humour is just part of life.
We're 14 and we're currently studying our GCSE science.
Good luck, by the way.
At what age would you suggest people attended your lectures?
It's between about 14 and about 80. The courses were originally designed for adults, and it was only after the first few times we'd given them that children were allowed to come along if they were accompanied by a parent. And children seem to get a lot out of it, parents seem to get a lot out of it. So, don't know, between about 14 and 80.
You used to lecture at University College London before you joined the NPL. What made you change from an academic career to a career at the NPL?
Well, tragically, I became 40 years old, and when I became 40, I reflected that if I didn't leave academia, I would probably never get out, and I would become bitter and old. And there seemed to be enough old and bitter academics around. So I thought, leave, get out, do something else, and so I did.
Before each lecture, you would look at the clock at the back of the hall and tell you exactly how long each lesson would be and when it would end and start. What's so important about the clock at the back of the hall?
Good question. There are two things that are important about the clock. The first is establishing a sense of what I now learn to be cognitive ease. I want everybody to know that things will start on time, and that things will finish on time. And they did, didn't they? Within within a minute at the end. So, and I love doing that. Everybody knows the start and the finish, so nobody's going to be kept late or anything. It allows people to relax. The other thing is that the clock is extraordinary because it's linked directly to the clock in the corridor down here, which runs the time for the entire country. Every clock in the country, every tick of every clock inside a correctly set computer is linked directly to this clock. And I just find that an astonishing measurement achievement, that we've got this beautiful measurement of time throughout the country. We've set up the system for doing it. Nobody notices it, nobody appreciates it probably, but it's here, and it's from here that that wonderful thing happens.
Thank you. This has been Science Rocks at National Physical Laboratory.